Just a boy from East Tennessee. Just got God, my family, and me. Work my fingers down to the bone. Is the way I was raised and the way I was shown. Southern life is the life of me. It's the way I'll always be. Southern life is the life of me. It's the way I'll always be.
Bringing out the Twilight Zone.
Alright guys, welcome back to our episode on the Southern Life podcast. I'm not sure what episode this is, but it's been a while since we got to film a podcast. We've actually filmed a couple, but there's been a few obstacles we've been having with the episodes, but we got one coming for you tonight. And before we go up into this, guys, just a reminder, let's make sure we subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Also, while you're over there, there's a little bell to the side. Hit that bell and you'll get instant notifications every time we go live. That way you don't miss a single video. And also drop a like on the video before you leave. Appreciate that. And also share this. Share it with your friends. You can copy the link of this video, share it to your friends, send it around. Put it on Facebook, put it on Twitter, put it wherever you put things like this. Just send it out. Send it out. Share it. We appreciate it. And guys, real quick, we've got a meet and greet coming up, 4th of July. United States birthday. We're going to be having a meet and greet down in Destin, Florida. And address is pending. Still waiting for a location to let you guys know, but as soon as we know, you guys will know, and looking forward to that. So a lot of exciting things going on. Also, we may be at a, what would you call it, a logging show down up in Ohio later on in the year.
Yeah. What is his name of that?
The Daniel Boone?
Daniel Boone? No.
Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan.
The Paul Bunyan. It's
Paul
one of them
Bunyan,
fellas. The Paul Bunyan Logging Show, we're thinking about going down there. Good possibility of that. I believe that is
October the 1st through the 3rd or something.
Yeah. So October 1st through the 3rd, if you guys are around Ohio area, we may be up there. Come see us, hang out. Love to meet some of you. So that's the whole thing. This meet and greet is, it's actually just crazy how many people we've got to know, you know, whether it's over the phone or through live streams or in the comment section or just wherever it's at, how many people we've come to become an acquaintance with, you know.
A lot of it's by name, but we put a face with a name someday,
Yeah.
maybe. So maybe someday we'll get to meet you, and that's interesting.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking forward to, is putting some faces with some names, or some names with some faces, or however you want to put it.
You ever heard people talk or sing and you never had met them, and then you meet
Yeah.
them and their voice don't sound like what you thought?
Yeah, radio hosts a lot of times is how I can't remember who it was, but there for a while I listened to the same radio station on the way to work, and they just talked. Like the time spent I was driving to work, there wasn't even no music on. It was just these two guys talking, and they sounded like they was just I don't even know, I just seen them being like this, you know, just big stocky fella, you know, that just looked like he was in real good shape. And I looked them up, and there's some big old boys. I mean, look nothing like I'd ever dreamed they sounded like, you know. But yeah, I've heard some people that talk like, and they don't look nothing like I would imagine them looking like, you know.
Yeah,
But
there's a preacher I used to listen to on the radio. To hear him preach and hear his voice, you'd think, man, he's a big old feller, and come find out he's just a little feller.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's just the tone of his voice, but he sounded like he was just tough to be a big old guy.
The voice is bigger than the body.
That's what I've never met him in person. I've seen him on pictures and things.
Yeah.
But he's a lot smaller than what you think. But just listen to him, he's. But that's what a lot of these names we know on the YouTube, and we know a name, but we don't know a face. And in our mind, we might think we know what you look like just by. Yeah. Just the sound of a name, you think, well, they probably look like this or that.
Yeah, that's great. That's funny how you just draw a conclusion just based off somebody's name or by what they sound like. It's a little bit deeper, I guess. But so anyway, guys, we're gonna hop in this episode here. First, I heard there was some bad. Today wasn't the best day in the woods. Is that right? I heard from two little fellers that today had a couple bumps in the road, as you would say.
Yeah, we had a little rough day in some ways. In some ways, it was a good day though.
Oh yeah.
I busted a tree today, and then tracks tore up on the skid steer. So I had just one of those days. Take the good with the bad.
Common occurrences. I mean,
I hadn't busted a tree in a while, but I busted one today.
Well,
sometimes it'll be the better ones you bust.
Well, speaking of hard times, that's going to be our first little segment here. We're going to hop into our Would You Rather a little bit later on in the episode, and we've got a good one today. I'm looking forward to it. I'm curious to see what your answer is going to be.
Yeah.
But speaking of hard times, how about this? It's gas, diesel, fuel. I already know what all fuel is connected. I guess it's all fuel. But this gas shortage we got in the United States, or better yet, I guess the southeastern part of the United States.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on with that? How do people have a gas shortage? I don't even know. Our system got hacked, or hackers are holding it ransom, holding the network ransom. It beats all I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty well out of my league, the reason why, but it's affecting us here where we live, you know.
Yeah,
I pulled up to the gas station this morning going to get diesel, and there's a bag over the handle. And then I looked across the parking lot, and all the gas pumps was locked down, no gas. So I don't know the reason why it's happening, but I do just feel the effects.
Bags are no
I got
good.
to wondering, you think about, what did you rather have? Higher gas or no gas?
Higher gas, I guess.
You don't want higher gas, but then when it comes down to it and there's no gas,
You gotta have it.
I guess you.
But yeah, I mean, it's well, the thing about it is, it's insane how vulnerable the whole thing is. These unknown people or whatever decides I'm gonna hack the Continental Pipeline, the Colonial Pipeline, Colonial. I'm gonna hack the Colonial Pipeline. I'm gonna hack the network, whatever. And I never did quite fully understand what exactly hacking the network was. Like, does that like say how many gallons goes where, or whatever the case may be? Because if you hack the network, the fuel's there. You just can't send it out.
I think it shut down the computer that controls the flow. About everything anymore is tied into the computer.
It's all digital.
Digital, and I think that's and me as American, that's a worrisome thing for me. I don't know, worry is the worst way to put it, but it concerns me that all of our stuff is tied in. Like, they can have a hiccup at the airport, and they can just shut them down for hours, you know, and backlog all the flights out of it, and it just bothers me to think that we're all hooked up that way. And there's so much, I guess there's so much good and ability to do, like even YouTube, and as much benefits as they are, the technology and the ability to internet and all that, it's also concerning that somebody in another country, so they claim, has hacked into that Colonial Pipeline software or whatever that controls the supply of that pipeline, you know, and an airport can have a glitch in their computer system and shut down the airport for hours upon hours and backlog all the people traveling, and it worries me and concerns me as an American. I know we've got a super military, but so much of it's hooked up to computerized and you know,
I mean,
so what happens when you get in a battle and you have a glitch, you know what I'm saying? That just concerns me.
Well, it's so easily hacked too. I mean, they can't figure out who hacked it. They don't know who hacked it. They don't know how they hacked it, or they have an idea, I guess, of how they did it. But they're holding it like so many thousands, hundred thousands or millions of dollars to, I guess, to unhack it or whatever the case may be. But I heard our whatever you call her, the leader of cyber defense or whatever they call her, whatever, she's on there talking, and she was asking, you know, the Colonial Pipeline, the business that owns that or whatever, that they was trying to figure out. Some reporter asked her, they're like, are you guys going to pay the ransom, you know, to get the gas back flowing, you know, or has the administration, have they give you any advice on how to handle this? She's like, no. Usually if it's a privately owned company, which the Colonial Pipeline, whoever owns them, I can't remember who it is, whoever owns that, we can't get in their business, you know, and try to give them advice on how to handle this or try to tell them to pay or whatever the case may be. And I just find that funny, you know, if you're out and about at a restaurant, you know, or something like that, and you use the wrong pronoun to somebody, you know, they're going to send the FBI to arrest you and put you in jail. But when it comes to something like the whole half the country's fuel, you know, we don't want to get in their business. We don't want to infringe on their rights to make their own decisions, you know. But you know, God forbid you use the word mama or daddy, you know, in America. That's just, those words just cannot be tolerated. But anyway, I thought that was kind of funny I said that. But I've heard, I mean, this right here is being filmed on Wednesday, and I've been hearing now that things should be back on track by maybe Friday or Saturday. So maybe they'll at least figure out what's going on or how to handle it.
Yeah.
But
it's amazing to me though that it automatically drives its price up. I mean, it ain't that there's a shortage of gas. They say supply and demand. The only reason there's a greater demand because the supply has been cut off.
Right.
But yet that don't mean the gas ain't there.
it's there.
It ain't a shortage of gas per se, but it's a shortage of gas to the pump.
Yeah.
So therefore they start raising the price. I don't really think that's fair, but
Well, the price went up by 20 cents while you was there, right? Did you say that or something?
Like that. It went up while we was sitting there where we was getting gas, but if there was a shortage of gas and it wasn't just getting transported, I could understand.
Yeah.
But they're just raising the price because the supply is not getting to us, rather than it be a shortage of gas.
Well, I know we've talked about this before. What if everybody in America just all at one time just decided, you know, we're gonna control what happens here, you know. We're not gonna let these big monopolies, these big gas, diesel, oil, you know, or the government for that matter, we're not gonna let them dictate how we live our life, how much we pay for fuel, and we're just not gonna buy it for a week. You know, what if everybody in America just all up and decided, you know, we're not going to buy gas for a week and we'll see what happens. I mean, you would see a change quick. Just like all them truck drivers there a few years back, they went on strike, whatever. I can't remember what they was going on strike for. Do you remember?
No, not exactly.
But they stopped driving. That truck driver stuff don't get delivered, you know. I mean, it's just, the people have so much more power than they realize. But it all goes back to the old saying, there's strength in numbers, you know. 4 or 5 people not buying gas, that ain't gonna matter a lick, you know. But if you can ever get, you know, thousands and hundreds of thousands with the same goal, you know, something can get done. Which I think that kind of goes back to the old people coming over on the Mayflower and the other ones. They had a common goal, had a few of them together with one, had one goal, which was religious freedom, you know. And they come over here and they got something done, made the richest, greatest country ever known to man. But I mean, I just feel like we've lost, like as a country, you know, or as old-timey people, as they say, or whatever they want to label us kind of people as. We've kind of lost that sense of pride, you know, and lost that sense of empowerment, I guess, that we can do something if we put our mind to it.
Well, I think many people want to sacrifice. I mean,
yeah,
they don't nobody want to suffer for the cause. I mean, they just say, back when fuel got so high the last time, talking to a friend at the store, and I said, if we all of us would get together, we could not buy this high gas. It wouldn't be long they'd be wanting to they'd be wanting to lower the price if we just wouldn't buy it. You know, the demand wouldn't be there. But he said, I've got to go. I can't stay at home. So there's no sacrifice wanting to be made, or we just feel like today we've got to go. You know.
Well, isn't it amazing, like, just how vulnerable I know I've already said this, but like how vulnerable we are, like, as people, because like we'll come on the news and they'll be like, gas shortage, you ain't gonna be able to get none. You got to get to the pumps. Ain't gonna be able to get none for 2 weeks. Whatever. You got to get gas. You know, Lord have mercy. Woe is me. The sky's falling, and then people's coming out of the woodworks getting fuel. I mean, people like I heard one guy. He was getting like 3 55-gallon drums of diesel, or diesel and gas.
Yep.
You know, and probably he wasn't going to use that for a month. You know, but he's like, well, I ain't going to be the one that ain't got none.
Well, you just think about right here in the farming, like a community.
Yeah.
Here in a few days, this hay's gonna be ripe, and it needs cut. So, are you gonna sit there and let your hay run?
Yeah.
If you got the means to go get enough gas to get you through your hay season, I mean, people, you know, one reason, you know, if you don't prepare for a rainy day, you know. But I know you can't just hoard it up. I mean, you can't panic and have a, you know, there's a fear has
it has power over people.
Yeah,
I mean,
you fear things, but to prepare for something, like he probably said, well, I need that. You know, my wheat's getting ready, and I'm gonna have to cut that here, and I pay no fuel on the tractor. I can't cut it, and therefore I lose all this money I got invested. So you can sort of understand what drives people to do certain things.
Which the working man, I understand. I mean, they've got to have it to sustain their way of life, feed their family, you know, all that stuff. I understand, you know. But then, like everybody that just took every vehicle and topped it off, you know, or filled it up, you know, it's just like, I don't know, like we just, I don't know, we just freak out over some of the simplest things, like toilet paper. I still don't understand the whole toilet paper situation.
They was putting gas in garbage bags in some places.
Yeah, I heard that. I forgot to mention that.
In garbage bags, and laying them in the trunk of their car in garbage bags.
Yeah, people was like, I'd heard that. Like people was taking like literally like trash bags that you like, you know, have in your kitchen and your trash can, and just filling up gas in their bags, you know, just keeping them. I don't know in what world that's safe, or whatever, you know.
One guy was putting it in water bottles.
Well, that gas will eat up plastic.
I don't understand.
I mean, if it ain't a plastic that's designed for that stuff, it ain't good. I mean, it don't want to eat all plastic up. If there's some of it, it'll dissolve something.
Oh, for sure. I mean, how you gonna pour it in your tank? Why you gonna do this?
I don't know.
Whip it real good and sling it right in the hole?
Poke a hole in the corner and let it run out.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, Lord have. I mean, something like that happens. You see people's ignorance pretty quick. It don't take long. You start seeing people that ain't got a lick of sense, and then what sense they did have, whenever they get scared, that's out the window. Just like like I said, the whole toilet paper thing. Good grief. I mean, people. Why in the world they thought they needed 3 months worth of toilet paper at one time? I don't understand that either. But I don't know. But I know I got my fishing trip here in about 2 weeks, and I know Lexi she's going the same weekend we are with her family. So I for sure hope that they get this pipeline situation resolved in time, because I'd hate to go out on the water a few miles away from shore and break down in shark-infested waters. That would not be fun for me. But I asked Al today. I asked him. I said, "What are we gonna do if ain't got no gas?" He said, "I guess we'll walk." So I guess we'll see. But I mean, I even heard they was telling like the semi drivers, if you're coming into the southeast, make sure you got enough fuel to get back out, because you're not going to get it down here, you know. And
it's that same determination, though, if you'd use it to control and say, okay, we're not going to buy this fuel, it's too high. Mm-hmm. If you'd use that same determination when it comes to vacation time, say, well, I guess we'll walk. Yeah. Well, what if we walked whenever it's too high? Yeah. And say, I ain't going to buy it, you know. So, That's a lot of the reason we can't change that. We don't stand up for. We're not willing to sacrifice.
We're so hooked on the convenience of it all.
Yeah.
What's another $1 a gallon? You know, I ain't walking. That's for sure. I ain't gonna carpool. I ain't gonna.
We are a blessed people.
Yeah.
And
Spoiled a lot of times.
sometimes we've got a little complacent in our attitudes, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm guilty. But
Which this podcast is not meant to be a political thing at all. I mean, it's just you getting together, talking, having discussions, you know, and just so something for you guys to enjoy, which we enjoy doing it too. But it's like I was talking to some guy at work today, you know, and just all the things how this country is changing and just issues, not really issues, but just narratives they're trying to push and agendas they're trying to push, I guess you'd say. Do you think maybe 2 or 3 generations back before us, do you think they ever would have took it this far? Do you think they ever would have been pushed in a corner this far? Or do you think they already would have pushed back? I mean, I just don't think the old timers. I don't think they ever would have took it for this long. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. It's been a building, I guess, the reason we're where we're at today, ain't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what somewhere you got to draw the line on what you're going to accept and what you ain't.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the old saying, you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything, and we've been falling for a lot here lately, seems like. I mean, I could dive into all of them, but I mean, more than likely, unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know what we're talking about. So guys, we got some would you rathers coming here. I've got one, like I said a minute ago, I'm pretty excited about. Then we're going to get into some of y'all's questions that you sent in. Remember guys, if you want to send some questions in, you can either leave them in the comments down below and I will pick a couple maybe. Or if you want to email them, I've got an email address, alittlesouthernhumor@gmail.com. Send them questions in and we'll answer them for you. And I'll always look forward to seeing y'all's questions. It's pretty cool having people send questions in for you to answer. That's always a good time. So guys, send questions in if you haven't already before. And yeah, you can leave your would you rathers in the comments too. Or you can email them to the email address. We're going to take a quick break and come back and we'll hop into our would you rather and our fan questions.
Me, it's the way I'll always be. Southern life is the life of me. It's the way I'll always be.
All right, welcome back. And now, like I said, we're going to hop into today's Would You Rather. And then we're going to hop into some of y'all's email questions. Fired up?
I'm ready.
I'm ready to. All right, here we go. So today's Would You Rather. A little bit different, but I think it's going to be that's going to be a good one. All right, you ready? Would you rather fight 30 roosters at one time or a silverback gorilla, but you get a sword? So 30 roosters at one time, or have to fight a silverback gorilla, but you do get a sword.
What's a silverback gorilla?
That's a big boy. That's one of them ones. You ever seen Tarzan?
Yeah.
That's one of them. Silverback gorillas. I guess they're actually one of the more aggressive ones whenever they're provoked. You ever seen that video of the gorilla over there? It's like over there fiddling around doing whatever gorillas do, I guess. And it takes off by running and it just takes his fists and hits that glass and shatters it. That's a silverback gorilla.
Yeah.
Remember at Harambe that got shot? Everybody went crazy about it. That gorilla that was dragging that little kid around in the water. That's a silverback gorilla.
Oh, yeah. Well,
They're big, powerful animals, but you got a sword. Now, if you wouldn't no count with a sword, it might not help you none. But the other hand, you got 30 roosters. I mean, and we are taking this into the consideration of these animals are trying to hurt you. They're trying to kill you.
yeah.
And you get about 30 roosters at one time, which is several.
Yeah.
It's several roosters. But that gorilla, I'm telling you what. I mean, if you could ever get him good, I mean, you might be able to get him at one time. But if you couldn't, Lord, if he ever got a hold of you, I tell you, Lord, I reckon them things just rip your arms off the slightest movement. take your time. I mean, if you got anything you want to, any ideas or maybe your thought process
How
here.
in the world you come up with these?
I mean, I think it's the best one we've had. I
Is it?
do. I think it's the best one.
Oh,
Because I did the ones no arms, no legs, and that was a little bit dark. Okay, I apologize for that one. That's a pretty good one too. But this one makes you think a little bit.
yeah, I don't know.
It's literally life or death. Or
30 chickens, 30
Yeah.
roosters, or one gorilla.
30 mad roosters or one mad gorilla. But the gorilla, you do get a sword. So I'm assuming you've probably got maybe 2 or 3 chances with the sword. They're probably gonna charge you.
If you could ever get a hold of one of them chickens, though,
You beat them to death.
You could use him as a weapon.
A weapon.
And, or you could be like Donna's granny. She'd get them by the neck and go.
We've got PETA after us now. We'll have the Mad Rooster Society after us on this one. Oh,
I guess I'd go with the roosters. I've never fought with a sword. If you could get him in one good lick, stab him, you might take him down. But if he missed,
yeah, I mean it's gonna. Well, the thing about the gorilla, if you don't succeed, it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be over. You know what I'm saying? Now roosters, I'm telling you what, it only take one peck in the eye and you're done. I mean, one peck in the eye, one peck up the nose. I mean, you gotta think about 30 roosters. That's a lot of roosters.
yeah.
And I don't know if I'd be pecked to death or just have a gorilla snap my neck and just be done with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, but if I had to pick, gosh, I just can't imagine being pecked to death.
How do you know it? They would.
Well, I mean, I just feel like if they were just, if
30 of them at one time.
well, if those roosters' sole purpose was, I mean, that he was trying to kill you. I mean, I feel they'd probably peck your throat till you started bleeding or something. I mean, I don't know what they do.
Yeah, but just think, I mean, if you had the clothing on, I mean, a rooster
Yeah, I mean,
peck wouldn't be too bad with a, I mean, it's just according to what kind of armor you had on as far as clothing.
how prepared you was for
You take a gorilla, if you didn't get the gorilla, he'd break your neck, or your arm, or your
Squeeze
leg
you to death.
with breeches or anything on. So,
Yeah.
but a chicken, they would be some defense there with your clothes on. I'm gonna go with the roosters.
I'm with you, cause I feel like you could punt him too. I mean, you kick him right in the face.
I had chicken pox, but I never have had that many chicken pecks.
Yeah, chicken pegs. Yeah, chicken pox, not chicken pegs. But I guess I'm going with the roosters too, because at the end of the day, I mean, but also too, I mean, I guess embarrassment wouldn't really come into play if he was dead. But I mean, I'd rather be remembered going down fighting a gorilla with a sword, because that just sounds cool in itself.
Well, I believe you could grab a few of them chickens along and start knocking the numbers down.
Just have to just wear them out. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you
I'd
got
be probably more worried with the spurs than I would the pecking.
that's what I'm saying, man. You might die of blood loss.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think 30 chickens, 60 feet, 60 scratches. I mean, that's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Who knows what might happen?
I'm gonna go with the roosters though.
I mean, I am too. Hopefully, you had on muck boots and pants.
Yeah.
Let's just say you do. That'll make it easier.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I mean, if you get chickens, you
I'm
got
gonna go with the roosters.
chicken in each hand, 2 feet, punting them things 40 yards, like you're trying to pin a quarterback at the 1 yard line. Let's go with chickens.
I've had the roosters at her, man. That's a little bit scary whenever they're.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Imagine 30. It's like the zombie apocalypse, but it's roosters.
But I don't think a gorilla. That'd be worse, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, doesn't that sound cool? Fighting a gorilla with a sword?
No.
It don't. Well, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my generation. It sounds cool. All right, so Now we're going to get into some fan questions.
All
I
right.
think I've still got them pulled up here somewhere.
Age might come into account.
Age, just fighting a gorilla sword. This ain't on
That
the top of your
53-year-old fighting a gorilla, ain't know.
hang on, hang top of your list.
I ain't
Let me
Rambo.
see here. So guys, let's see. Fan questions coming in hot.
Question number 1.
Okay. Fan question number 1. Like I said, guys, I'm not going to mention your name if you don't want us to. So if you don't leave your name, I'm not going to say your name. So just make sure whenever you leave your comment that you do say, "Hey, I want you to mention my name on the episode," and I will. Where's that one at? Okay. Question number 1. Do y'all see yourself doing what you're doing now for the rest of your life? If not, what? I guess probably career-wise, I'm guessing.
No.
Or anything. I mean, it didn't specify, so.
Do I see myself logging the rest of my life? We was talking about that today. Me and the boys was. You never know how long you're gonna be here, but if I live a long life, I probably won't do it way up in years.
What do you think you'll transition to? If any.
I don't know. Might just do the farming. You know, it'd be a little easier if I can get me some mama cows or something paid for. Just sort of do the farming. Maybe more farming. You know.
More farming oriented.
Or I might just retire.
Retire.
Draw Social Security.
Be a door creator at a funeral home.
Donna says she's gonna put me in a nursing home.
She wouldn't do that.
She would?
I don't think she
You
would.
retire and say, "Hi, I'm getting a job."
Is that what it takes to get you to work?
We couldn't stand you.
They said I'd retired a long time ago if
I'd
I'd
retired a long time ago if she'd have got a job.
We couldn't stand you.
Oh Lord.
Well, I said, "I've never
I
seen
guess
you."
I don't foresee myself doing it for, like I say, if you
Hard
don't
to know
know
the
how
future.
long you're gonna live. I know a man come to church with us. He's still cutting timber in his 70s. So, I mean, if your health holds out, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I know another guy we go to church in the past. He still does sawmills and cuts some timber along. Maybe not like he used to, but I guess if I don't do that, I'll probably lead more to the farming or just like I say, retiring and let Donna work, keep me up.
Well, whenever you retire, she's getting a job. So I mean.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Well. All right. So, I definitely don't see myself doing what I'm doing for the rest of my life. There's no way. I'm not saying that I just despise what I do. I just feel like there's more out there. You know. You ever just like down through your life be doing something and you just feel like there's more out there, you know what I mean? Or there's something different that you would like to experience before you die, you know?
Yeah.
Like I just feel like there's so much more that I could do or other things I just want to try before, you know, I definitely don't want to do the same kind of job I'm doing right now for the rest of my life. That's not saying I'm going to quit tomorrow, you know, or the next day or whatever, but like right now, I know I've told you in the past, you know, just kind of like a department overseer of, you know, we house parts, you know, for all kinds of equipment and just overseeing that they come in right and we get enough what we're supposed to and make sure it all gets inside the building the right way. Which, I mean, that's a pretty cool job because it's one of the things you never know what you're going to get into when you come in. It's something new every day. Which I do like that part about it, but yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what I might try later on. You know, right now we're still working on paying off our property, which that's shouldn't take a whole lot longer. You know, we've been working hard on that for a long time, and you know, we're wanting to get some cows too later on. You know, some mama cows and stuff, and start doing some of that stuff. So who knows what the future holds? It's like you said, you never know. You never promise another day, but
Yeah.
you kind of plan on you will be here for a while longer. If not, you wouldn't never plan for nothing, would you? Or have any goals? So
A lot of things can change, and you know.
Okay, let's
A
go.
lot of my works really according to my health. I mean, my arms and legs, and it's very vital. If something happens, like hurting my wrist the other day, my hand got so weak. Now it's a struggle to hold the saw, and it's getting stronger. But you know, something like that could happen and put us. I mean, I'd have to quit. Or go maybe in a different way of logging, like a more mechanical with bigger equipment, or where it does track cutters or something like that. You might get by, but
sometimes circumstances force you to do something different, you know.
But at my age, to go on and get in debt like that, it ain't a real good situation. So I don't know. That's a pretty good question, though.
Yeah,
it makes you think about what you're gonna do.
Okay, so next one, this might be the last one, guys. Next one is, what is y'all's favorite family, funniest family memory?
Funniest one?
Funniest thing that's happened to us as a family before. A story or something, I guess. Lord, like going through a clustered file. Funniest family memory. Something that's funny. Let's see. Every time I think of one that's just, I mean, downright funny, where I just couldn't hardly contain myself, I'm not going to tell it, but it happened at the DC Stampede. I'm not going to tell the story. Some people present would be highly aggravated if I did tell that one, so I'm not going to for the sake of my life. But you got any funny ones?
I was just thinking the other day, I was telling you, a guy come over to visit me.
Yeah.
Talking about when me and you was racing across the yard your junior year in high school. I was going on with Landon. We've been, as a father and son, pretty competitive over the year growing up. He always wanted to beat Dad. And I always rode him pretty hard till I realized he was catching up with me. But anyway, I challenged him to a race across the yard, telling him I could outrun him. And I'd been working all day and I had my work boots on, and we took off across the yard, and we ran all the way down the yard, and then we turned around and come back, wasn't we?
Yeah.
Headed to the finish line. And
It was somewhere between the end in this direction and coming back this way. Somewhere in that transition's where it all went south.
Yeah.
Literally.
My legs gave out, and I was just like a tree. Woo! Flat on the ground. And I bit the dust. I lost that race.
Which is never
That's pretty funny.
It's never the fall that gets you. It's the quick stop at the bottom.
Yeah. That was the Landon got hurt on that one.
Well, I remember.
But I was a lot younger then. See, I fell the other day sort of like that. But
I
I didn't fall on a gravel road over there as a yard. And I probably didn't fall hardly as hard. But
well, see what it was.
Bounced back up.
We'd race to a tree and touch the tree or touch the limbs or whatever and turn around. Well, you made it to the tree fine. Try the turn, and you're just going down, and you grabbed the nearest limb you could find, and you grabbed that limb and tore off every leaf on that tree. Leaves covered the air. I think Mom's on the front porch watching that race.
And I guess that's my funny one.
There's another funny story about. Let's see, what was that one I was thinking of? Well, yeah, I guess I could tell that. And, whenever I was, how old would I have been whenever I got brutally concussed with a baseball to my cranium? 7 or 8 year old.
You was old enough you should have caught the ball.
I'd say I was probably 9 or 10, wasn't I?
I don't remember how old you were, but
we'll say 9 or 10. Which this one time that
you got that picture?
if we would have pushed the envelope, like it might have got that for child abuse, might have not, who knows. I can say he doesn't abuse his kids on camera, but I'm just kidding. Anyway, we was for whatever reason, I don't know if I was playing Little League or what I was playing, but I was practicing to be hind catcher, which I don't know why I was doing that, because whenever I was 9 or 10 year old, I couldn't squat long enough to even get down, so I don't know why they even try to be a hind catcher, because Anyway, so I was down there and Dad was throwing me some pitches. And for whatever reason, whenever I was catching the ball, I was getting way low. And I was barely catching the ball at the very top of my glove. And he had told me a couple of times, you didn't get that glove on up there, just barely are catching it. Well, he threw a fastball right down Main Street, and it tipped the top of my glove and cracked me right in the forehead. I mean, right in the forehead. I've seen stars, I've seen planets, I've seen the whole Milky Way. And I've actually still got the evidence right here to prove it. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but right there, you still see it?
Yeah.
Don't you feel sorry for me?
No.
No, well.
You ought to caught the ball.
That's called tough love, I guess. But anyway, I mean, I'm not kidding. I've never seen really a knot come up on somebody like that before. I mean, it stuck out. I mean, it had to have been stuck out like an inch off my forehead and just hung there. I mean, it was heavy. It was so heavy it pushed my eyebrows down. Looked like I was confused all the time. But anyway, it come out and that ball hit me so hard. Which I mean, you probably how hard did you throw it?
I just barely throw it.
Probably will. I mean, it must hit just right because I mean, it had the thread marks still in my forehead. So he might have been pitching 90, 95. I don't know. But
I was using my Nolan Ryan fastball.
Was you?
You should have caught it though. It's straight track to you.
I will say, I mean, it was straight. I should have caught it, but I didn't. That's why we're having the conversation. So anyway,
yeah, that was a fun, and it left the tread marks in your forehead and all that. We had a picture of it
battle
somewhere.
scars. I said not long ago. It's somewhere around here, but that was a good one too. But I mean, we might have to dive into some more funny family stories later on.
Might be the reason you went into basketball.
Yeah, if I can ever find it, guys, we'll throw a picture of it up on the community tab on the channel here. But I'm not sure how long this has went, guys, but we've enjoyed it. It's about 10:30 right now. Got to get up, be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. So hope you guys have enjoyed it, guys. Like we said, we love doing these. We're glad you guys watch, and we appreciate all the ones that does watch. Best thing you can do for the channel, if you want to support us, is leave a comment. Comments help drive the channel. It really helps them. It helps YouTube push the video out to more people just like yourself if you enjoyed it. Share the video. Like I said, share it on Facebook, Twitter. Send it to your friend, whoever might enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell. That way you get all the notifications. Smash that like button. We appreciate that too. And all that. And just really appreciate everything, like we already said, guys. If you have questions or would you rathers, leave them in the comment section also, or you can email them to me to the email address, which I've already said. And don't forget, guys, meet and greet July the 4th, Destin, Florida. We're going to be down there hanging out. Come meet us. We love to see you. And also October 1st to the 3rd, the Paul Bunyan Logging Show. We should have us a booth down there set up. So, guys, love the meetings, love the support. I could ramble on all day. Also, guys, Dad and them have shirts for sale on alittlesouthernbrothers.com. We've had a couple hanging back here throughout the whole podcast. And also, the Southern Life merch is coming soon. Hopefully some hats and some shirts. It's coming soon. So if any of you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comments too. We've got some pretty cool designs that we've been working with. So hopefully those will be ready for you soon. And that's about it. Any parting words?
Nope.
No parting words? All right, guys. So appreciate all the support, like we said. And also, guys, the channel needs a slogan. If you have any ideas, feel free to drop them in the comments also. I think that's about it. So, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.